Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon the Master of Martyrs and peace be upon you adorers. Welcome to Shia Waves. I'm your anchor Ali Jassim, here to present and replenish your minds with the latest Shia world news. And now with the headlines. Marja'iyya channels 2, 3, and 4 kick off. British Lord calls on jailing those who read Quran. After Viber, Saudi Arabia wants to ban WhatsApp and Twitter. Following the directives of the eminent Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Hussein Shirazi, may Allah prolong his life, in spreading the culture of the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, in different languages around the world, and with the efforts of faithful followers, Marja'iyya TV 2, 3, and 4 have been kicked off to broadcast useful programs to their viewers. Viewers in North America can watch the programs of Marja'iyya TV 3 on Galaxy 19. In Australia, Marja'iyya TV 4 broadcasts its programs on Optus D2. Viewers in the Middle East and North Africa can watch the programs of Marja'iyya TV 2 on Nilesat, while Marja'iyya TV 1 is broadcasting on HOTBIRD 13. A source in the Nabat Operations Command said that many of the ISIL leaders began to withdraw out of the province after the latest crackdown launched by the Iraqi army. The source said in a statement that they escaped many of the ISIL leaders outside the cities of Anbar province after the freeing of many areas of the province by the military units. The source added that the ISIL terrorists live in morale collapse after liberating many areas of the province. Britain's Lord Christopher Monckton, a British politician and globetrotting climate change denier, has called upon the United States to outlaw certain parts of the Islamic Holy Quran and to make reading them aloud illegal. Right Wing Watch reported that Monckton's latest column for Conspiracy, in which the former advisor to England's former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher urged the U.S. Congress to outlaw passages of the Holy Quran as incitement to murder. Monckton falsely claimed that all acts of terrorism perpetrated throughout the world in the past quarter of a century were carried out by Muslims, omitting acts of terror by the U.S., other Western countries, and the Zionist regime. Over 50 women and an unknown number of children have been abducted by Boko Haram Takfiri terrorists in Nigeria. According to reports, locals of northeastern Nigeria raised the alarm over the abduction of over 50 women and an unknown number of children by Boko Haram Takfiri terrorists. The news of the latest abduction coincided with the revelation by the Ministry of Education that the Western African Examination Council results of the more than 200 schoolgirls kidnapped by members of the sect in April that has been released. The girls were taking their school certificate exams when they were kidnapped from government secondary school in Borno State. Kenya faith leaders have expressed anger over the recent threats by the Director of Criminal Investigations Department to close mosques suspected of offering what they called radical teachings, seeing the threat as a pretext to attack, redefine, and profile Islam and Muslims. A Kenyan Muslim official said that targeting mosques confirms suspicions by Muslims that government often targets the faith. Muslim concerns further aggravated after Momboso County Police Commander, who commanded the raid on Musa Mosque, said police have placed several mosques across coast region under surveillance over radical activity. Almost a year after Saudi Arabia threatens to tighten its grip on technology and internet access, especially in the field of telecommunication application, the authorities have been rumored to be set to issue a ban on WhatsApp and Twitter. Detractors to the regime have slammed the government, claiming that Al Saud seeks only to oppress Saudis by limiting their access to information and restricting ways in which they can express themselves. Back in March 2013, Saudi Arabia threatened to block several popular internet chats, calls, and messaging services if they don't get in line with the country's requirements. Both the World Health Organization and health experts have recommended further reduction in daily sugar consumption. The new advice cuts the previous recommendation for sugar intake proposed by the organization 3 months ago. The new advice suggests that target of 5% of energy intake from free sugars amounts to 25 grams for women, which is 5 to 6 teaspoons, and 35 grams, which is 7 to 8 teaspoons for men, based on the average diet, while in previous advice it was 10%. The research unraveled that while nearly 2.8 million adults die each year as a result of being overweight or obese, 500 million people are being affected by obesity, and that is on the rise. We have reached the end of our news show. Thank you all for joining in with us, and as always, remember our dua to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam al-Mahdi, peace be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.